guys, good morning. Welcome to your first day of class. My name is Vic. I'm going to be your instructor teaching you how to make money online. What we're going to do first is get on the internet. We're going to jump right into this, so hopefully you're got coffee up or whatever you need to do to take some notes. If you need to go get a pen and paper, that's fine, and you can pause this video if you need to be able to take notes. But what we're going to do right now is I'm going to go directly to my inbox. I want to show you something about making money online. I'm going to type my ID in here, my password. We're going to go right to it. Alright, if you're familiar with the inbox on your email box, what I'm basically going to show you is one of my products online. Right here, go to my inbox. Alright, guys, right here, these are actually orders from my online store. I have an online store from one of my products. Now I've personally been making money online for about 6 years now, and I'm going to teach you how to do the same thing. I'm going to teach you exactly what I know through these video tutorials. It's going to be an over-the-shoulder cam view just like you have here, so just sit back, relax. I think you'll enjoy this. I'm not sure if you're familiar already I'm sure if you even already making money online. If you are, this is a beginner's class, so you may want to skip a few of these beginner videos and go right to the advanced section, and we'll get you some advanced stuff, some advanced marketing. That's probably what you're here for. But for the beginners, this is your class. We're going to start from scratch and show you exactly what you need to do to make money online. Now this is up to date. Today is, if you come down here, today is August 27th. This is my sales right over here. These are the dates that are sales on. This is from one of my products. Now if you notice, I'm on order number 557 right here. Now this is a product I launched right at a little over 2 months ago. So I've been doing this product right here on sales, just to show you how well this product's doing. A little over 2 months now, so that's doing very well, and I'm going to show you how to do the same. Alright? Okay, also if you notice right here, I'll go ahead and tell you about this. Between the 20th and the 26th, if you notice, I had no sales in between those days for a whole 6 days. And the reason being is I actually went and changed up something. Once you get into a little bit into our classes, you'll see that it's all about testing different things. I was going to test something, and I tested it, and as you can see, it didn't work, the test. So it's all about testing, seeing what works and what doesn't work. Anyway, we'll get into that later, but that's what the little dates are. I tested something, didn't work, and went back to my original what was working, and here we go, started making money again. Alright, so let's get out of this and get right to it. Alright, first thing you're going to need to do is understand the online world. What is actually going on in the online world? What it basically is, guys, is a store, a website. Okay, most websites are stores. There is some websites that are just give information, and they have advertisers actually advertise on the page. And if they have so many people coming to their website just reading about the information and different content, different information that they keep putting on the web page, if they have a lot of people coming to read that information, advertisers would like to be on that page. So some of the websites are not stores that don't sell anything, they're just informational sites. But we're not really going to get into that. That is one form of making money, but I'm not really sure if that's a way to make a lot of money. You can make some good money and probably quit your day job on doing that. But what we're going to show you is how to make your first million online with these videos. And just know that a store, let's just get right into this. A store is, if someone was to come in up here and type in shoes, someone is looking for a pair of shoes, right? Alright, they type in pair of shoes, which is what we call a keyword, and we'll get into that in later videos. But this is a keyword. That's a keyword that they type in that they want to find out about shoes. They type it into the search engine, into this is called a search box, into Yahoo search engine is what we got up today. You do have Google search engine, Yahoo search engine. Just know that a search engine, like I said, I'm treating you as a beginner, so if I'm going too low on the beginner level, just forgive me, just kind of bear with it, and you'll pick up in a little bit if you already know about this stuff. But I am treating this as you don't have any idea about the online world. Alright, so shoes is the inbox. Yahoo, they type in shoes, they type in web search or hit enter, and it should bring up a whole bunch of web pages, right? Okay, if you're familiar with the internet already, then you know this is how it works. Now these are different websites right here. This is a different website. This is a different website, shoes.com, zappos.com, shoebuy.com, aldoshoes.com. Now those almost sound like stores, right? Well, there probably are. So let's go to one. Let's go to how about Zappos. If someone was to type in shoes, they're already interested in shoes. That's what they came here for. They're actually shopping, if you will. Instead of, all right, let's break it down like this. Like downtown right now, you have a store downtown. There's a shoe store in your local town, and people will get in their car and drive downtown to purchase a pair of shoes and do some shopping, right? All right. Now the difference between your local, what we call a brick and mortar store, which is just basically a building they call a brick and mortar. You know, you have a lease you have to pay if you don't own the building. You have overhead, you have electricity you have to pay, and all that stuff that you have to pay for a downtown local store. And also a local store downtown shoe store is only limited to the, you know, usually about the number of people that are in that town. In other words, someone from way out of town is not going to, somewhere far off is not going to come to your town just to buy a pair of shoes. They probably have a shoe store in their town too. So they're limited to the number of the population in that town. Now, the big deal on the internet is it's actually a store also. It's actually a store, a shoe store online that you can put online. You can do this yourself. You can actually put your own shoe store if you want to sell shoes. I'm not saying you have to sell shoes, but this is just an example I'm giving you this morning. So if someone was to type in shoes, that is someone that is interested in a pair of shoes. They want to come shopping, right? They want to come shopping, and hopefully they would like to find your store. Now there's ways to be able to get them to come to your store instead of all these other stores, right? And I'm going to show you how to do that. Alright, so let's just go to Zappos, shoes, dress casual, and it tells you a little about that. And then if you click on it, it should take us right to their web page, or as you can see, guys, their store. Now they came for shoes, right? Someone typed in shoes and they typed it in, and what's the first thing that came up? Well, the first thing that came up was a pair of jeans, right, and clothes, featuring clothing for fall. Now we're going to get into a little bit more advanced stuff later on about what these guys just did. What they did was use the keyword shoes, but a pair of jeans are coming up, and they're not looking for jeans or shirts, are they? They're looking for shoes. Now you usually have about 3 to 5 seconds, you know, somewhere around there, 3 to 5 to 10 seconds to get someone's attention. Now they typed in shoes, and that is the attention that they want. Now let me teach you this. Basically, just go with me on this, okay? See if you can kind of follow along with me on this. When someone comes to the internet and sits down and types in a keyword, right? They typed in the keyword shoes earlier. What they have is a conversation going on inside their head. The conversation going on in their head is, okay, I need some new shoes. I wonder if I can find some online. Okay, that's probably roughly the conversation that's going on in their head, correct? So they come down, sit down on the internet, and they start shopping. They type in the keyword shoes, right, in the search engine, type in shoes, and then all the web pages came up, didn't it? Remember? Okay, all the web pages came up. They typed in the keyword shoes, had a conversation going on. All these different web pages, or I'm going to start calling them stores, okay, from now on. I look at all these web pages as stores. They see all these different stores, and they're kind of just act as if, you know, like they're in the car driving downtown, and they see all these shoe stores, and they say, what would actually make someone want to come in your store? Those are the type of things that you're going to learn from me. I'm going to teach you how to actually get someone to notice your store, you know, by a headline or whatever. Alright, so this guy or lady is looking for a pair of shoes, and they see Zappos.com, and they click on Zappos.com. They come to Zappos.com looking for a pair of shoes, and the first thing they see is a pair of pants and some shirts, right? Alright, so let me ask you, well, first of all, let me tell you this. When they had that conversation going on in their head, the only thing they're wanting out of us, out of you and me, because you're going to become, you know, you're going to actually start your own business online, and I'm going to take you through it step by step. You're going to put a business online. What they want out of you is for you to continue the conversation that is going on inside their head when they sit down on the internet. Does that make sense? In other words, they sit down on the internet. I know I'm going over this over and over, but I want you to get this because this is really, really important right here. They sit down, had a conversation about shoes and going on in here. They wanted a pair of shoes. They came to and they looked at all the different stores, right? When they typed in shoes, all the different web pages that came up, different stores, and one of the stores caught their eye. Okay, and I'm going to teach you how to actually get them to